Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppers. Today checking out some more IPA, Hazy IPA that is, courtesy of Steve in the US, who was kind enough to send some awesome beers. So thanks a ton, Steve. You sent some very dope beers so far. This one is another one from 8-Bit Brewing, and this is the 12 Hour. A Hazy Double IPA featuring Mosaic and Strata hops on 8.2%. These guys make some nice beers, all kinds of stuff, and so far I've really enjoyed what I've had. I've only had one beer that's been like world-class amazing, but otherwise they've all been pretty much above 90s. Just really nice beers, especially the fresher ones. And I think this will be, well, not the freshest, but one of the freshest beers I'll have, at least IPAs from these guys. It'll be interesting. We're going to try a stout as well. But yeah, this is 6-7-ish weeks, so not like crazy dead fresh, but I think we're definitely going to be all right. It's not like 4 months or whatever the first few beers we tried from these guys were. So yeah, this will be fun. Pours a very hazy golden yellow color. It is more to the orange side, so it's like a slight yellowy orange color. Wow, that was such a great descriptor. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much what it looks like. Not a lot of head on there. What's there is like just a little bit of a white film, but it smells pretty good from here. So let's check out the aroma. See how this one is smelling. Ooh, that smells so good. This was exactly, so this is the experience I had with the triple IPA. Bursting out of the glass. Exactly what, I'm having that exact same thing with this. And that was what I felt on the European imported version or beers from these guys. Like, you could smell that if this was dead fresh, it'd be like super beefed and saturated, and this is like this. I just had a Verdant beer, and if you compare, the Verdant beer was very like, it was fresher too, softer, more balanced. This has that like smack, pop, sing. Like, there's so much passion fruit to this. First whiff, I was getting loads of Mosaic, that Mosaic blueberry cushy vibe. But there is so much passion fruit. Like, that's one of the huge things of Strata, is like passion fruit. It's super tropical. Like, I think Strata will be the dominant hop in this. It must be the dominant hop they used, because there's so much of that like really tropical passion fruit. And then it has a little bit more of an ester character than, say, like if we're talking West Coast producers like Electric or Monkish, for example, or even Green Cheek. Those breweries they do have some juice in a lot of their beers, but this one seems just even more towards that kind of like really juicy side, but without being too much. It still smells like it's going to have some dryness. You can kind of pick up on that. There's a lychee vibe to it as well. A slight hint of earthiness, even like some overripe melon, and then it has like a little bit of an almost slice kind of style candy, but more saturated in terms of hop profile than slice. Yeah, actually it does. Just a bit more beefed up on hop character. It smells really fucking good. Almost slightly gasoline-y too, but let's give it a taste, guys. Cheers, and thanks a ton to Steve for the beer. Much more hop centric. Much more hop centric than Verdant. It pops a whole lot more in the mouth. Not saying Verdant didn't pop, but this just has that extra level that I was kind of looking for in the Verdant IPA. You know, just like a bigger sing of hop flavor. Just like, also even like slightly bigger mouthfeel on this. That being said, it's not crazily thick. It's dry, and it's pithy and bitter. Kind of like, not like crazily bitter, but it has a nice dry, bitter pithiness. That seems to be somewhat of the trend, at least on the West Coast, and it definitely seems like it's catching on now. I preached it so much, and I love to see this kind of not so crazy sweet. Like, there is some sweetness, and that should be there to combat the dryness. And there's like, it's like some sweet esters. The esters in this really present itself as like really sweet tropical fruit, and like this candy, like tropical starburst candy kind of profile. So much passion fruit. Are you kidding me? It is so passion fruity. And there is, like, it's up front, it's like really sharp, crazy passion fruit. And then it turns into like this really dank, Mosaic blueberry cushy flavor, which is really nice. I love Mosaic, and there's loads of it without it getting too earthy and like resiny. Because Mosaic can go that vibe too. But fuck, man, I love Mosaic. And it seems to pair really well with Strata. But people are calling Strata the supercharged version of Citra, so why wouldn't it pair well with Mosaic? Because like Mosaic and Citra are like best pals. They are awesome together in beers. This is really good, man. Like, it's such a shame that the ones that came to Europe were like quite a few months old. Because this is just a fantastic. Like, I don't want to call it world class, but it's so damn close. It's so damn close. Like, I still think maybe I should have gone 96 on Midnight. Was it Midnight Spectre, the triple IPA? Like, it's so. I think for a lot of people it will be world class. It's like, it's, I don't know. Maybe it is. Like, it's even got like a slightly gasoline-y thing that you also get with Nelson, but it doesn't have like all that kind of grape and gooseberry. And it doesn't have that at all, really. It's just like really bright passion fruit and tropical fruit, which is really nice. And then like maybe some limey quality for sure. That kind of slightly gasoline-y thing is also a bit there, but it's like mostly like cushy, really cushy, and like really, really bright tropical fruit flavor with that sweet tropical, slightly candied ester. But it's super light. It's not like crazy fruit ester. Like Fidens does beers that are. It's also not as soft if we're talking Fidens, but Fidens does higher ester levels than something like this, for example. But in terms of mouthfeel, it's a bit more raw and edgy. Like, it has a bigger mouthfeel than the last one I just had from Brewed, but it's just like, it's just got a little bit more of an edge to it. Like, it just feels a bit more raw in the mouth, if you can say it like that. But that's not a bad thing for me. It's kind of like West Coast IPAs. They were raw and pithy and dry and bitter, or are. And that's nice. Really damn tasty. I know next time I'm in California, I need to go to Murrieta. Well, that's Murrieta, right? I believe so. And visit 8-Bit and Electric. You know, those are two awesome breweries making some very nice stuff. This is really good. So, yeah, I think 94 on this one. I don't know, like, if it just was slightly less raw, maybe a little bit more soft and pillowy on the body, then it would have been like world class 95. I think that's like the main thing, really. But I think if I had this like 3 weeks ago, it would have been crazily hop saturated, like really intense. It's not like it's hop burny or anything, but it's just got a huge saturation of flavor, which is really, really nice. That is exactly what I thought these kind of beers from these guys would be like. It's this and Midnight Spectre when they're dead fresh, and they're fantastic hazy beers. I still have 2 sour IPAs to try from 8-Bit with fruit. And then we've got a, was it pastry stout, I think, actually, like Mexican inspired, which will be fun to try. So, all courtesy of Steve. So, thanks a ton, man. But yeah, this is really good. So, if you guys had a chance to try 8-Bit Brewing, the 12-hour Hazy Double IPA with Mosaic and Strata, and what a Mosaic and Strata bomb this is. This is fantastic stuff. So, yeah, if you had it, guys, let me know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page, Twitter, and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers, and see you guys in another beer review.